We are live. We are live. Got a countdown. 2, 3. All right, welcome back, everyone, to another little stream. I'm joined by Mr. Hazed himself.
Yo, yo.
And today we're gonna review some price action, see what we got going on over here on Q, see what we did today, and then look at some crypto as well. So you saw from, I'm sure, the plethora of our Twitter posts and the stream that we did on Sunday. Kind of everything played out pretty well. We said outside week on crypto. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Nope, you're good.
Yeah, we were kind of talking about outside week on crypto. That's sort of the thing that we are getting right now on a lot of these names. A lot of animals, a lot of different cool things that we have playing out right now. Kind of crazy. Beautiful crypto runs. That's what we live for. All right, let's take a look at, let's start with our higher time frame. What was that? Wednesday opened up. What was Wednesday? It's Thursday. Yeah, technically. Yeah, right here, 7 o'clock. Opened up, just fucking face melter up for no apparent reason. Came up into this over here. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure there might have been low liquidity here on the 15. No, not liquidity. But we still kind of came up, grinded up right on the 5 minute. I drew out a little range over here that we came into. This was our last little manipulation leg, right? Something that we've talked about at 2 a.m. All right, then we had a little retrace back into it over here. So this gave us a nice little OTE entry, right, to the downside. Still leaving that previous week high, right? We're rejecting kind of retracing. This was more of a retrace into the range, right? I'm sure if we draw this out, it's going to be like 786 or something of a sort. Came into this fair value gap. This was lining up pretty well with a -4 of that liquidity right there, or -4. Sorry, not of the liquidity, but the -4 of the range, right? Came into that, grinded up, could not displace below that level, and then continued up higher. If we draw out this 5 minute fair value gap, I'm pretty sure we bounced somewhere right on the 50% of it. That was phenomenal, right? Bounce over here, retrace into the discount of the range, and continue up from there. Bounce on the 50% of the FHE that is in discount. So kind of those things, right? Those are the things that we keep on looking at. Those things that keep on playing out. Thursday journal right there, right? Like on the 15 minute, I'm sure we can see it even better. Came into almost pretty close to that 15-minute order block, but it was retesting these highs, right? That previous consolidation range. So that's what we could have taken as well. So that was nice. Let's see what this range is or was. Yeah, 786 right there off that range. Could not displace below it, and just continued on up from there. What do we do? 9:30. We're here, kind of similar thing, right? 6:30 opens up, we dump, or 8:30 opens up, we dump right here. We form this fair value gap. Price comes into it, right? This is where we could just be looking for shorts, right? We still had this liquidity to the downside. So this could have been a play you could have taken, right? That's solid amount of points. We had this liquidity right there. This is a play you could have taken right there. All of those plays played out nicely, right? To the downside, whether you're playing to the downside or to the upside. It was just a matter of what you wanted to do and how you wanted to play it and what you were looking for, right? I like downside plays. So for me, this would have been a nice trade if I was looking at charts at that time. But like I said, I'm not touching shit until next week. Over here on the 1 minute, let's take a peep on the 1 minute. I'm sure we had some nice little setup over here. I mean, this volume imbalance held nicely. We can draw out this right here, give us that standard deviation. And where did we come up on it? right to the 2125. Couldn't displace above that level, and then continue down from it. That's pretty nice. Fucking.
That's very nice.
Oh my lord, I hate when this shit does that. The fuck.
Broke it.
Literally. There we go. JRenew has the most confusing shit sometimes. It's like, what the fuck is going on? Right now, as we have talked about, we said previous week high was a nice target, right? We swept that. Now we're sort of retracing over here. I could possibly see this low getting swept one more time. Right there. Price target. Right there. I can see that low getting swept, as on the higher time frame we are kind of still in a little consolidation, in my opinion. Still not looking. I mean, the sweep that we had over here was nice, right? We were rejecting this previous low. Shane had some levels as well over here. I believe some key levels to the upside over there. Which actually, let me pull this up. Pull up a little. Not anything on the indie. Key levels. I don't have anything on key levels either. But you had stuff on just like your own levels, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Similar to me. I had this level outlined over here. Where the fuck is it? Over here, right? This little displacement, this little MSS that we had, market structure shift, that little guide that we had right there. I'm liking that. So I'm looking for this possible downside playing out a little bit more. We can also have a rising 3, right? This is where this candle does not close below this one. The next 4 hour opens up or whatever, sweep step, and then we continue up. That's kind of a thing that we can look for in terms of a play for tonight. But they can easily take this, right? We only one little fair value gap over here. Kind of continue to hold. Other than that, we don't really have any displacement, any big displacement within this range. No displacement from here, at least like on the 4 hour, right? But we're still rejecting these 4 hour fair value gaps. So that's kind of, so at least was speaking a little bit more downside for me right now. Take it with a grain of salt, right? I'm not trading this right now, but just what I am looking at. Maybe even previous day low. Wouldn't be bad. Oh, dumpy. I took a short on paper.
Nice.
Right, so we can come up over here, buy, let's say we'll buy 2 right there and leave a runner for previous day low. How about that? See if it gives. Right? If not, then not. But I'm liking it. Put a stop up there. That would be solid. It'd be solid if we cleared this. Let's say 4 hour. A little rough, however. We might or might not have a.
Oh no.
This is a bullish animal. Okay. The fact that we swept previous week high. Imagine they just outside week this whole fucking play. The smell. The smell alone would be fucking disgusting.
And no one's in crypto either in that rift.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's long on this and it's outside week down.
Yeah. That would be insane, right? Just something to maybe look at. You know, something to consider here. Obviously we still have some levels, right? This level, this high got displaced. So right now you can look for this high to play as a bounce. Over here, right, we just said this little low right there that got hit as we were talking about it. Look at that, right? That previous candle's opening price. Those are reactionary levels, so you can always look for them, especially on a higher time frame. I think after this, we're going to work a little bit on that animals PDF. So provide that for those that are in the Discord, just so that people kind of know what we're talking about. But that's it. I mean, honestly, there's not that many great setups this week. It's been a range, right? We took Friday. We were still inside Friday's range. That's fucking crazy.
No movement.
Nope. But range plays are kind of nice sometimes. Honestly, I don't mind them. But we're still below that Sunday open. As long as I think as long as we are below that Sunday open, I'm still looking for a little bit more downside. And the fact that now we have swept that previous weekly high may or may not go outside week, which would be a little fucking crazy. I mean, this is quite a few points. Trump will have to say something really, really fucking retarded in order for us to just flush down like that. So watch out for his tweets tomorrow morning. What we got? We got Waller speaking. That's the only thing we have tomorrow. Nothing, no news, no nothing. Just FOMC member Waller speaks tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. Let's check for Trump. What does Trump have to say? Does he have anything tomorrow? Or does he not even outline it? Tomorrow we're going to have the greatest speech of all time. Stay tuned.
Motherfucker just appears out of nowhere lately.
Yep. You're not going to want to miss this. But yeah, that's honestly, that's that on our whatever futures or commodities, right? Is that what they're called? Our indices. Our indices. That's the right fucking word. That's that on indices. On crypto, our little outlines have played out pretty nicely, right? We retrace into OTE of this range right here, bounced out of it, right above the monthly, above the weekly. Right now, for me at least, like with how big this daily range is, or with how big this range is, we can take an OTE of this honestly, and maybe keep on just fucking playing the OTEs off this range. OTE. If it retrace, that actually, I mean, 618, that would not be bad. I would not hate a retest of the monthly open for a continuation up. Personal opinion. Not financial advice. Once again. But
Whatever.
Right there. Right. That would be a decent play. On FET, our animals almost complete. We took point C. I'm looking for 0.8 to possibly get that. On FET, Jupe, similar thing. This monthly is a lot closer though. And it put in this little daily wick to the bottom a little bit. So on Jupe, you can look for it to retest this monthly open. I would not hate that to happen, and then for us to continue back up on Jupe. Let's take a look at some more cryptos. Right. Let's see what we have. We got some good ones. Doji, our all-time favorite. Doji took the outside, took a top of that daily candle. Doji would not hate it to come back over here to these levels. Right, these rallies are nice. I like those rallies, but we also like our retracements that we get. 618 lines up with that level to a T on the daily. So I would not hate it, right? These pullbacks are necessary in those markets. Everything kind of goes hand in hand. We never just sometimes we are just always bullish, right? But sometimes you have to embrace those small little dips, in my opinion. Some people might say differently. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't know. I don't know right now. It
With how bullish we are, I can see at least like a small retrace, right? Leave a wick on the daily and then continue up to these higher liquidities. That's
for sure.
like,
Yeah, like Bitcoin right now on the daily blunt top. So like whatever retrace you get, I'd take it. Not financial advice.
yep.
But I don't think it needs to go super super deep.
No.
I don't think they want to let anyone in this.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No doubt about that.
There is a sneaky little daily FVG that we
I
rejected
see
out of on
that. I
Bitcoin.
see this little.
Like that body closed perfectly on it.
Oh, yep. Yep, yep, yep.
You see that little boy?
Mm-hmm. Right here. That little pesky fella.
Yep. And yeah, I mean, discount from here of this like weekly range is 89.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And the 618 lines up
20K
with that
lower.
OG2.
Fucking A.
Just saying. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely not time to fuck around if you didn't catch that low.
Yeah.
Should have caught the low.
Mhm.
If you're listening to us, trading with us, you should have been in something.
That is very fucking true. Not like, and we're not out here, tooting our own horns, but the outlines that Shane has posted inside our crypto channel have all just fucking delivered to a T. I've had a few ones that played out pretty nicely. And there was some believing, like especially in these animals, for those that do not trade animals and think they're bullshit. I think so too. Honestly, from the place that we've had, I think so too.
Yeah, just definitely not the time to go max long
Yeah,
at all.
exactly. If you are, I mean, if you're okay with having a super wide fucking stop, right? A stop below those Tuesday lows will probably be your best bet, but that is also not financial advice. So don't
Yep.
go out there and fucking put on
Blow
your
shit
whole
up.
portfolio because you're going to hope for tomorrow to do the same fucking thing and then just
Yep.
probably end up not being as good. It could, right? We're not going to deny ourselves that because we still have a little bit more liquidities to capture up at the top. But
The
you have to
risk
be smart with it.
reward is not the same as it was
Mhm.
yesterday.
Yes. Yep.
So just adjust accordingly.
That is well put. That is what I wanted to say as well. Uh-huh.
If we get the pullback, great. If we don't, I mean,
If we don't, then we wait for it to take some more liquidities and then do an actual pullback into something, and then from that something we trade to up to another something. All right, we can wait for these weeklies to close completely and wait for next week to open up and see what they want to do from there.
yep.
All right,
Yeah,
like we were saying on a lot of these names, we were looking for outside weeks. We got it on IOTA, we got it on Jasmy, KR, we got it on Sui, we got it on Vet, AV did not get it. We got our AVAX, Dot gave us that outside week. Like we were saying, like especially those big names, like we were talking about Doge, for example, where we had this fair value gap still on it. Or not a fair value gap. We did not have a fair value gap. But the way this weekly was closing inside this other weekly candle and the way we dipped down below over here, that was saying something to us.
Yep.
We're looking Doge, also nice little animal over here, completion. A little bit further, like 618. Sheeb. I think Sheeb was the one that had that weekly fair value gap below.
What did Dime tweet yesterday? It was so good. Hold on.
Smallest
Let me
little
find
one.
it.
Yeah. Like sheep could still go plenty. But yeah, that is.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going.
Dime, Crypto Paradigm, one of my favorites. He's an OG. He said probably about time to remind everyone. You're gonna see a lot of P&L sharing euphoria and similar if this run continues. You'll be baited into continuously more risky like trades. said if you were looking at your P&L or annoyed at the thought of a 40 or 80% pullback, like it's time to pay yourself. There's always another dip, always another rip.
Mm-hmm.
If you missed it, you don't have to do stupid stuff. There's always opportunities.
Exactly.
No FOMO.
And that's why, I took my trades, I've cut significantly on them, and now I'm just writing freebies pretty much. I've entered, my new position was in Orca just because of how low it was, and Prom. Those are like the only two that I have opened up that have not done this significant of a move, right? Like Orca, I'm liking it just because of the weight. It still has a lot of that liquidity. And from how Shane was talking about it, it likes to do those pops. Same with Prom. Prom has just been fucking consolidating months on end. Just all of this would be from my understanding of charts, it can put in a shtick candle through these. Because that's all of this is just liquidity, right? Especially if he gets above this yearly open, can really go. But right, this is not financial advice. Trade at your own risk. We're merely delivering our thoughts from our
Trust your own
experience.
system.
Mm-hmm. But other than that, I think that might do it. I mean, unless you got something else, Shane. But there's really nothing to look at here. Yeah. You have anything?
Nope, I'm good.
All right. Well, thank you
Me
guys
too.
for tuning in, for watching, for saying hello. If you guys enjoy these, if you guys like these, if you want to see more of them, make sure you give it a like, give it a share, as that helps us see the engagement, helps us just know that you are enjoying these. If you guys have any questions at any point, let us know. Tag us, comment down in the chat, whatever you got to do to get our attention. Do that. We'll respond to you promptly. If you guys are not in Paper Traders yet, make sure to check that out, www.papertraders.io. Crypto, stocks, futures, whatever you want is in there, most likely for you. Trader styles vary from person to person. We do not do alerts. The only alerts that we don't do alerts on crypto either. We're not like, oh, our entry is right there. We just say, hey, this looks good. It's coming into this OTE. Just keep watching the charts, right? So that you are able to gauge your own risk. You're able to play your own game and see what you see in those charts, and maybe using us as like a stepping stone, right? Oh, I forgot to change the name. Once it's Thursday post-market analysis. Whoops. I knew I was forgetting fucking something. Yeah. Oh well. It's Thursday, by the way, y'all. Anyways, that's gonna do it. Make sure you follow at Hazed Beats on Twitter. Phenomenal guy, phenomenal trader, phenomenal setups. He's always posting little freebies on there. Always posting little ideas for you guys to think about. So make sure you give him a follow. Follow at the Paper Traders. We're giving away a lifetime subscription right now. I think the rules are you have to like, follow, and retweet.
Like, follow, retweet, comment, a friend.
Yeah. There you go. So do that. If you guys are interested in joining the community, if you guys want to just check it out for a week, we have a little $9.99 a week. If you're looking to just come in, see what it's like in there. You know, people that joined last week, they saw the outline for these cryptos, and they probably paid for their subscription already. But besides the point, right, at the end of the day, we just want to provide you with education. We want to provide you with those tools of, hey, I'm liking the way these guys are charting. I'm liking those systems that they're posting. I can adapt it. I can, add something from their system to my own system and just go from there. But on that, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for watching. We love you. We appreciate you. And we'll see you possibly tomorrow. I know no morning stream. I have obligations, but maybe we'll do a night stream.
Sounds good.
On that, peace out, y'all.